Hey folks, we're back and we're getting into a game. Finally ready to go. We're gonna be doing TLO versus PtitDrogo. PtitDrogo. PVZ, it is a winner's match. So, I believe, I'm thinking, where's this here? What group is this?
This was, I think is this actually a
No, this is the elusive. This is the elimination series, dude. This is one player on their way out of the tournament.
No way. Dang, homie.
I would normally play the map intro, but I'm trying to get the tweet out about this. Elimination match. Because, yeah, whoever loses this is totally
completely out. Ouch.
Now, luckily, everyone who's made it this far in the tournament is in it for the prize money. They've already got $1,250. They cannot walk away from this tournament with any less than that. So, that's not too bad.
At least they got something, right? Yeah.
That being said, there's a lot more money to be won, and nobody wants to be knocked out, so we're going to find out which of these players is on their way out. Spawning here in the bottom left, we have none other than the Team Liquid Zerg. It's Dr. Dario, TLO.
And in the top right-hand corner, the blue Protoss player from France, PtitDrogo.
No, dude, it's just Drogo. Remember? After he won DreamHack, he was dropping
leveled
the
up.
Petit. Yeah.
He got rid of it.
He's full-grown Drogo now.
Ah, damn, he got his, what, little ponytail and then horse, and is he okay now?
What?
He should be in a No Spice commercial at this point, too.
I was like, what are you talking about? Ponytail horse? What does any of that have to do? Oh, because Khal Drogo came with the...
Drogo.
Got it. Okay. Stupid, but great at the same time. I love it. I give it a good solid 9 out of 10.
My man. My man. I was just stating. There was no thought to it, just, you know.
Oh, by the way, Sunny SC says, Tempo, I'm watching while waiting for the hospital to call me to tell me how long till I die. So I wanted you to join me. That is a heartwarmingly depressing way to say that.
God damn it, Sunny.
You guys, there's a secret thing that'll be happening in the streams. Tempo doesn't even know about it. So hashtag kill Tempo versus hashtag save Tempo. Make it while you can. It's tied 1-1. Or rather, $5 to $5, I guess the better way to phrase that.
Yeah. Not bad.
But
I don't know. I'm not liking my chances right now. I'm not going to lie.
I'm scared of death. Don't let me die, guys. I should put some dishes away real quick, guys. So quick follow on the probe. Sure. But this is the start of the game, so...
All right, well, yeah, it's just going to be this probe walking around trying to find out what's going on. And the only thing that he's going to see is that it is indeed going to be the most standard of standard openers. So hopefully this probe isn't going to die before those dishes get taken away, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Yeah.
I'm quick, dude. I'm like the Flash, except...
I don't know how you did that. Yeah, I was expecting to hear in the background, but...
I'm like the Flash, except in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, wait, that's not a good thing, is it?
Fastest man alive. Well, that's why I said except.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a good thing, right? You don't want to be in and out, right? Like, what's up? You got things to do.
Dude, In and Out is a place you eat burgers, not a place you take a fine lady. Anyways, we do have a Stargate opener from Drogo, quite common to see in the matchup, so that's not so surprising. But what we just witnessed Bly dismantle probe with cool things like lurkers, I would like to just quickly draw attention that TLO has also been a pretty avid lurker player. We've seen him use a lot of cool playstyles, the creative aspect of it, sure, whatever. I roll my eyes every time I hear that, but TLO is genius when it comes to playing new ways. So yeah, I think Drogo's the type of guy who could totally turn up the carriers and win a match. He's also possibly going to die to TLO doing something strange in between. Also, oh no, what's that sound coming in? It sounds so good. It's Shock Dog. 58, $7.50 to say hashtag save Tempo. Also, let's go TLO.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I like that guy.
You like the Shark Dog?
Keep up the good work.
What's better, a Shark Dog or a Cat Dog?
I don't know. Shark Dog. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Cat Dog was a great show and all. It's kind of weird, but it was probably one of my favorite Nicktoons.
It was a weird show, like straight up.
Right? Like their parents were like not even cats or dogs, right? They were like, I forget what they were, but they go and find their parents, but they were like adopted.
Ogre and like a frog or something. It was weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about the potentials. What's actually happening though is the Twilight Council come down out of Drogo. So maybe it was going to be Robotech, maybe we'd see Colossus. Colossus have really made a way in the matchup, and ever since I saw Hero use Colossus Micro to kill lurkers, I'm convinced Colossus might be one of the best units you can go for in this matchup. But that being said, Resonating Glaives and a really heavy attack, that can also be pretty good.
Oh yeah, they just they are really good, especially when people are trying to do these Hydra Lings styles. But I believe Drogo is taking it the most straight up way and actually going back to his roots a bit by getting this Resonating Glaives. Except it's not going to be the kind of Resonating Glaive attack where you just do it and hope that you win the game.
Yeah,
He's actually transitioning.
But that's what makes me not enthusiastic about this. It's a really weak Resonating Glaive attack. Now, if these adepts live and get paired up with a warp in of new ones, okay, cool. That could start snowballing. And the fact that Drogo's given up weapon upgrades in favor of this might be what he needs to make happen. But he plays it a little bit safe, transfers, pokes, gets away. And, well, as the Robo finishes up, we may see a Warp Prism come out. If that's going to be the case, there's a lot of power in these adepts. But just adepts? Yeah, they can take on some lanes, sure, but...
I think it's like building up for something bigger, right? Like you were saying, if these other ones would meet up with it, but with that Warp Prism coming out and he continues to force out a bunch of Lings, you could set something up when that, you know, Warp Prism does come out. Multi-pronged aggression, forcing out these units right now from TLO, who would probably like to be on a higher amount of drones, but 55 is not that bad at all.
He's got Baneleys coming out, but it's not that many. They're certainly not going to have speed. If he connects to the Adepts, that's going to be great, but that's a big if. Transfer goes through. He's going to try to chase the transfer, not let this choke him out of his own natural base.
Oh my god, he actually commits to it.
Oh, but the splits?
Now he's going to be able to.
Drogo splits. He doesn't take much damage from the Banelings, and he's got just enough Adepts to take on the Lings. Just even take on the Queens after this? Forget the Warp Prism. He's just got brute force through Adepts.
Yeah, and he's following it up with Immortals behind it, getting the third base. How many kills is he going to get? Can he get? This is so low, Rifkin, but Lings do not do that well against Resonating Glaive Adepts, and I love it.
Yeah, they might as well have a Wookiee sidekick. But these actually do escape. This is great, though, because for a lot of times we see Protoss players do that. They over-dedicate the Adepts, the Warp Prism dies, and there's no follow-up. Now, Drogo still isn't going for upgrades, and it's a pretty bare-bones base attack, but goddamn, that's a lot of sentries for a Protoss player to have. He's on 10 sentries tempo. 10
sentries, yeah. Spending all of that gas, because Adepts don't cost that much, and he did take... That was good. You broke me. You broke me. That was good. That was good. That was good. Well played. But the thing to note is that he didn't really kill that many workers. Right? 2 workers went down. So.
Yeah, but he did kill most of the army. So TLO is coming into this fight. Well, he's got units in production. He's still down in supply in terms of that. He's actually getting supply blocked with the Overlords going down. That's a little bit of a pain in the ass. He catches the Banelings before they finish. A lot of sentries. Means a lot of force fields. And everything gets stuck in here. Oh, the Banelings are slipping through. Oh, the Banelings get some good connects. A lot of the sentries almost die. Down to 8.
Really good positioning.
Oh my god, I don't know what Drogo's trying to pull with this, but the brute force, in fact, is starting to fall off. That Spore Crawler actually walked through the army, rooted and repositioned that Warp Prism. It's down to 15 health. If he had killed that Warp Prism, TLO would have sealed the deal on the attack. But new Adepts get warped in, and the Hydras are going to struggle with this.
Oh, very much so. Imagine if that Spore Crawler killed the Warp Prism. That would have been the bravest Spore Crawler I have ever seen in my life.
Well, there's 2 of them, and there's Queens. Like, it really should have died. But the force fields come down once again, and this is not looking good for TLO. He does finally get the Warp Prism, but there's so much here already.
No Baneling speed here. He's just... he kills so many of the sentries.
Well, forget what I said before. That's the attack. He does transfer through the Adepts trying to get some more drone kills, but... Oh, wow. Drogo lost half of his supply in army in, like, 1 slipped-up force field. I think if you're going 10 sentries deep, man, you gotta have perfect force fields. And even if you don't, you've got the extra sentries to make up for those force fields.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I was literally within that second that he lost everything. There were so many sentries bunched up, and even the Adepts...
I think he might die to the counter here. Even with the additional Robo coming out, TLO's on upgrades, but he's also on lurkers.
That's a big deal here, yeah. Drogo's going to try to counter it here by getting a double Robo, but that's not even going to come into play, and he might even lose another sentry here. He just doesn't have enough here. There's no shield battery here, Rifkin, and I think the lurkers are going to seal the deal if he doesn't have his observer.
Oh, he didn't see that burrow, by the way, so this is going to chunk through. TLO would normally lose this fight if it was just Hydras, but with the lurkers here, he has no problem taking on those adepts.
He had no idea, yep, and then he realized it. It was that moment he realized he f***ed up.
Yeah.
And here comes the pressure.
It's the freeze frame, the record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Just turns into black and white, just like...
Well, TLO is the one taking a bit of brute force tactics here. He's still going for upgrades, and I like this. But you'll note, he's very comfortable on 4 bases. His drone count's very healthy, so continue to pump out a lot of lings, a lot of Hydras. Oh, he doesn't see this in the main, though, so the adepts do slip in.
Okay, well, this is what Drogo needed to buy time in order for that double robot to really start to kick in. But the lurkers are really what I fear for. There's not going to be any kind of AoE damage here out of Drogo. Brute force is still the name of the game for him, and I just think that TLO's lurker count is going to get too high. And he's not going to be able to push on through.
Killing that War Prism's killer. Drogo's relying on this for pressure to keep TLO distracted, to keep him in the main. Now he doesn't have to. He can unleash. He catches the Immortals out in the open, surrounded those links. Force fields are not going to save these.
Nope, they're going down. I don't even believe a recall would at this point. The DPS would be a little bit too much.
Someone's calling timber.
Yep, everything's falling down. I mean, TLO is actually everywhere, too. He was catching everything on the top side. Now he's at the third base of Drogo, and he's like, you know what? I don't really be here anymore. I'm waiting for my lurkers to come through. And there's no detection. It's basically just the Oracle, and that is all she wrote.
Good game.
Good.
Well, TLO will take the first game in this series, and I do remind the importance of this series is the elimination match. So that's a good spot to be in for sure. Also, student special.
Wow.
Good luck to both. Looks like the Russian stream will be covering that one. As we continue on with this match, though, we're going to find out whether Drogo can bring this back or TLO can seal the deal.
Yeah. He won that last one. That was a really cool style out of Drogo, that brute force, as you mentioned. Like, hey, I'm hitting you with the depths. Nah, psych, just kidding. Nah, actually, I am hitting you with the depths. Nah, I'm just kidding. You're not dead? Well, here comes the rest of it. And it was like, TLO holding on by a thread. I think the main thing is that he didn't lose the workers, you know? Like, there was never that overwhelming force. TLO pushed just as hard back.
Well, they don't have the lobby up right away, so we'll have to take a second and wait. I'm really not sure. Like, the thing is, there are going to be new maps shown, but the fact that you can veto most of them out, we're probably, for the rest of DreamHack, I doubt you're going to see, like, any of those maps as first pick. You're going to see Catalyst, you're going to see Neon Violet Square, you're going to see Abyssal Reef every time they... Oh, no, Abyssal Reef's out. So just Neon Violet Square and Catalyst are probably the two most commonly picked ones we're going to see.
Yeah. That's kind of like how it's been working out, right? Like, almost every time. We've only seen... By the way, well, we've seen every map except for that East one, right? Whatever it's called. Eastwatch?
Invites are you in here? Okay, you're good.
Just getting in right now. I got you, brother.
Backwater is the one we're getting into, so we are going to see one of the new maps a little bit sooner than not.
Well, this is the one where Snoot ended up doing that all-in to Demuslim on. That Roachling all-in.
Yeah. Well, it's... again, it's like a little bit like Husheng Mountain. Reminds me a little bit of Heavy Rain with the tile set. It's a map that's familiar without being familiar.
Right. Yeah. I noticed that too. And there was even a map called Backwater Gulch back in the day, I think, too. Taking names too, recycling them, man. This is where it all ends up.
By the way, Sunny SC says, is there a Kill Rifkin option for that pun? I'll tell you what, guys, the hashtag Kill Rifkin would be the same result as the hashtag Save Tempo. Again, you'll understand what that means at the end of stream today, but we are getting into game 2. Spawning here to the top left, we have the Red Zerg, Team Liquid's TLO, and he's up 1 game.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, the blue Protoss from My Insanity, it is Drogo.
I gotta be critical. I'm gonna be shamed, I'm sure, by many out there. Drogo will spit and be like, Rifkin doesn't know what he's talking about, but I really didn't like the sentries. I didn't like the control of the sentries. I didn't like the idea behind the sentries. They're such gas expensive units that maybe you get that old immortal sentry all in effect going, but the likelihood of that is so low. And like going back on that further, if the sentries were a good idea, the control wasn't there. I mean, there was at least 2, almost 3 instances where one force field was missing, and it let the banelings through. Non-speed, slow waddling banelings.
Yep. It happened about 2 times, and the second time it happened, we saw that supply plummet pretty quickly. So, yeah, that was one of those things where it's always been like that for Protoss, right? Where if you're going to go and try to use sentries, you have to be almost flawless with them.
Well, for those who didn't see the map earlier, let's quickly show off why this is a very intriguing map, and it actually revolves mostly around this third base situation, which we're going to see in this matchup. Nobody's going all in. This early, at least. So you got the main base, it's wide, natural, there's going to be warp-ins, there's going to be Nidus Forms potentially. Cool, we check mark that, whatever. Natural base is a very wide opening, it's a little bit daunting and a little bit scary, but the trade-off is you're also walling in your third base, which is covered on this side. So there's like a spot where Reapers can maybe go up and down, maybe you can like medevac boost something in, but for the most part, this is ground proof, it's ground sealed. Right. So you're actually getting 3 bases. Proof, I think. Yeah. I mean, 2 things that we don't have to worry about in this game. Well, that too, but like it's very similar to Neon Violet Square, except instead of getting a base with half the minerals, you actually get a full base, which is nice.
Yes.
And I think the natural actually, I don't know, it's so daunting having this wider gap to cover, but Protoss have SimCity, Terran can wall off, so it's not the end of the world to actually do it. My fear actually comes that it'll be a lot tougher for TLO to get like an Evo Chamber Roach Warren wall to stop adepts from transferring in.
Yeah, you would need to get a creep tomb first. And TLO delayed his creep, or rather his queens, right? He ended up getting that third base without any gas, and has done a very, very not old. I guess it's kind of old school opener. It's almost like Ice Fisher, right? Like get a bunch of queens and take your gases on the 36 or so.
I don't know, because I'm a terrible Zerg player. I don't know, it's good.
Oh, Ice Fisher, yeah. Oh, that was that's before your time with that Spanishua. He just
Spanish Wa?
Yeah, right. If you looked, that's how I
Spanish
pronounce
Iowa.
Spanish Iowa, Spanish Iowa. Like what?
All right. By the way, we got 100 bits coming in from Slip Pickens. Sounds like the name of today. All I am saying is you can take a chick to In-N-Out. I took my baby mama there. Just saying, Rifkin. Lol.
Hey.
I've been to In-N-Out a total of once in my life. I really can't talk about this.
Yeah, I think it's overrated. I feel like people like, dude, you have to go, and then I went, and it was all right. You know, like it was good. I don't think it was like the epiphany that I was hoping I would have, but.
By the way, if we're using the double entendre, I've been to In-N-Out 0 times because I'm an incel.
Get out of here.
Oh my god. I really thought the internet couldn't get worse until I learned about that. Many of you won't know what I'm talking about. You can Google it on your own time. It is just not worth the headache, though. Oh my god.
It isn't, nah. But, hey, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty.
Orbital gets pushed out pretty quickly.
And,
well, Tempo, hold up. Let's back up. You can't say that. What if what you want to do is kill?
True.
What if what you want to do is steal?
I mean, you can. You can, though. But you're just gonna get arrested.
What if what you want to do is play Protoss? Like, you shouldn't do any of these things I've just listed.
Well, like I'm saying, you have the freedom to, but of course the consequences may follow. You just have to live with it. It is what it is.
TLO's doing something a little bit cheeky. He's gone for the Overlord. It's becoming a drop Overlord on top of this. Sneaking out some banelings. Maybe gonna ferry the queens across. I'm really curious. No, it's just baneling drops. Okay. I was really curious how he planned to use that. I like that he builds it at home, though, because if he builds it on the other side of the map, it usually gets caught pretty quickly and shut down equally fast. Yeah,
and once it gets shut down, then of course your opponent is aware of it, and then they start to look out for it. So, and he sees the Overlord speed, but it's not a drop alert. So,
yeah, there's a Korean Zerg player named Impact, some of you may be familiar with. He rather consistently does baneling drops, no matter the case against Protoss, no matter what opening or what the map control is like, and it usually is worth the cost of the endeavor to do it, because it really is a low cost, high reward thing to do.
Yeah.
But
it is very low cost, yeah.
I really like what we do with that overload, though. So since the first one out sees where the Phoenix was, sees that the Watchtower is taken, so the north should hypothetically be clear. And as the Phoenix and the Oracles come through the map, you might see those with creep, but the Oracle does dodge past, or the Overlord dodges past the Oracles, so no idea that this is coming.
That was really close, too. I think they might have crossed past, but he wasn't looking at it. But the Oracle's main goal, is to die, apparently.
No, it's to not die. He failed at it.
That Oracle, he can do whatever he wants, you know, even if Drogo wanted it to live. This is going to be cool, though. Yep, these Baneling drops are going to be nice, but remember, it's not +2 melee yet, so they are going to two-shot the probes.
Tempo, you got to open the alerts, man. The alert sound is so good. We got $10 coming from Laser SCQ. This is Tempo and Rifkin. Leipzig cast. Supply drop. Flies away.
Thank you,
$10, but you forgot to hashtag kill or hashtag save Tempo. Laser
Just
SCQ,
let me live.
If you're in chat, I need you to hashtag kill Tempo or hashtag save Tempo, please. It's actually
Why do you have to say
important.
kill Tempo first, okay? Okay?
You either have to hashtag save Tempo or hashtag kill Tempo.
Yeah, wow. What's the emphasis, dog?
Dog. Okay, Bailey's coming in, Tempo, but Drogo is quick to the draw. He sees what's coming. He pulls the probes away. Very nicely done here from TLO. But this also kind of opens up the opportunity to perhaps bait a little bit. Also, This is a bit awkward. Hello?
What the? How many did he make? 7. So the swarm hosts are not like a mistake. I guess sometimes you make a swarm host by accident, but that guy just got ahead of the pack somehow.
Well, that's what I said. Like, it's in a weird pathing, but maybe it was just a scouting swarm host. I don't know how to describe it. Banelings are going to get shut down. Unfortunately, they're not going to get much damage, if any. They go off on a stalker, but this ledge positioning. He could focus that Nexus down. He doesn't even got to go for probe kills. That's exactly
he's just
what he's going to do.
Down.
Look how fast that thing is dying.
Oh my god! And look at how much energy it has too. Gonna lose everything.
Oh, swarm hosts are pretty nice, guys. Good base snipe out of TLO though. And this for swarm hosts, the sooner you make them, the better they'll pay off. The biggest cost detriment to these is the 43 seconds you have to wait between launching out Locust Waves. The tech for this is astounding too, but like he's matched this with lurkers. I don't know that I've ever seen lurker swarm host.
No, people will tend to think that you're not going to have enough gas, but TLO has been on 4 bases, and he was able to go ahead and take the gases extremely quick. If you even look at the saturation of his base, he is prioritizing the gas on all of his bases as opposed to just the minerals. So at 80 workers, I think you have every right to do that, Riff. And what is Drogo to do? He's basically going for your standard ground Protoss army.
Well, it's okay, so he's actually gonna he's carrying the swarm hosts? I'm so perplexed by this. I mean, he's on hive tech. He's got digging claws on the way. He's got lurkers. He should be able to defend his bases, giving him the freedom then to be mobile with a swarm host, ideally. But this is so weird. Nobody does this. Nobody drops swarm hosts.
Yeah. Usually you see it with the Nidus or something, but...
Well, so the logic I see here is that, okay, so the Watchtower's been taken. He'll see the drops coming, right? But the logic I see here is swarm hosts often do get caught running away. Oh, God, this is possibly so bad. The idea, though, that you could drop these in the main, then pick them up to safety and hide in this dead space, because there's a lot of dead space in that corner of the main base.
Yeah, and these are expensive units as well. Oh, wow. I didn't realize.
Oh, the airspace on this map is so cool. Drogo's got to be aware of that too. He knows that he can't be sticking around chasing this too long, too much, but if he gets these overlords, it's worth it. At the same time, I almost wish TLO had brought empty overlords. Can you imagine this sick bait with empty overlords?
Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile, Immortals get caught by the Lings. Lurkers get a burrow down. Joker's got to look elsewhere, and TLO's about to drop off 6-ish swarm hosts to the main base.
Yeah, these lurkers do already have the adaptive talons, and they're all stacked up here. The storms!
One swarm host dies at the main, but the locusts do land. Kills with zealots, not a problem. As TLO goes back for round 2 in 30-something seconds when they're off cooldown.
Yeah, I was wondering, dude, do you think it would have been better if he just used it in the attack? He was like, you know what, forget about it.
I don't know. It's tough to say. I like the idea of what he's doing with this, but he's going to lose them. They've been left hanging. TLO has cool tactics, but complacency is making them not work.
Well, looks like he at least can transition.
Oh, Laser SEQ also choosing to hashtag save tempo.
Save tempo. See, yo, you guys are smart. Merciful people. Thank you.
Guideline, by the way, thank you for the 2-month resub. If he promises to make more StarCraft 2 parodies, hashtag save tempo.
Ah, okay,
so
okay. Then I have
promises to actually do what he's been promising to do for 4 years.
For like, yeah, okay, 2 years, okay.
What comes first, Destiny 2, the tournament, or Tempo making
Half-Life
another parody?
3?
Yeah, Half-Life 3 probably comes up first out of those three.
Probably. No, absolutely not.
All right,
That happens
Nidusworm.
and I'm done.
Nidusworm's gonna be a
TLO's
lot
pulling
cooler.
everything. Is he getting too creative though? Too hashtag creative? I don't think so.
No, because he's moving on to Brutal. He's still playing pretty standard behind us, but the Lurkers get those digging claws down. They root into the ground. They got the damage. There's no detection. Oh, wait, I take that back. Yes, there is. Excuse me. But the point is, they did a lot of damage before going down. That TLO's in full retreat.
Did.
I don't know if he can get out of here. Soccer can always blink on top of these.
I'm kind of worried now. Yeah, this is a pretty scary army, and I don't know if the Warp Prism is alive. The Mutas are an interesting choice here. I think might have been Prism, but I think it would have been better served as like a corruptor if he's planning to go into Broodlord anyway. But
Yo.
what's up, son?
Big Nidus to the main possibly, but TLO can't pull too much with this. He needs army units to defend.
Yep. And the Nidus gets taken out.
It gets deniedest.
Denied.
All right, well, Broodlord's on deck, but there's also going to be looking like Tempest to meet them. TLO actually scouts that with the Nidusworm too. The Mutas are to what? Maybe snipe the Observer? I'm really confused on what he plans to do with these. I assume it was to get a Warp Person, but there's no Warp Person to get.
Nope. I mean, I think sniping the Observer is a good call. But they're just not that great. You know, two of them. Nidusworm going down somewhere. It's at the third, and Drogo is on top of it.
Interesting. These Niduses are continuously and constantly baiting Warpins.
They are. And if it was a Warpin to reinforce his fight, it might look a lot better for Drogo, but it's still looking pretty good.
Yeah, charge lots are great. They're both on +3 weapon upgrades. Falling back from this TLO's the one a little more fragile and a little bit more desperate to keep this army alive.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit low on larva right now, so he's desperately trying to get as much as he can. He has the money in order to at least try, but it's only going to be Hydra Ling. He doesn't have the time to get the... He needs a way to buy time, and I think that's what the Nidus was for.
There's no Baneling speed. These Banelings are not going to be that effective.
Oh, no. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't have it.
I don't know if that's a mistake or just he's desperate, because I can't imagine TLO intentionally leaving off an upgrade like that.
No. I mean, he really wasn't using them all game, right? He just wanted the Banes for drops.
Okay, he uses the Banelings to kill the charge lots. That's kind of nice, but he does lose 3 spines, so a very expensive defense for TLO. But this goes back to what I characterized. Well, this is what I characterized Drogo for in that very first game. He's the type of guy, you give him the time, he turtles up to air. He's going to get carriers, he's going to get Tempest, he's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah. And how many bases is he on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like. So, yeah, he definitely has the economy to do this. And I like that he doesn't turtle up like that, but he actually was being aggressive. It was like aggressive. Like a snapping turtle. Like...
What's really interesting, though, is TLO's actually been winning the income war over the last 5.5 minutes, despite how good Drogo's been doing. And I guess we've spent so much time focused on these army fights, is that realization that the probe count wasn't that high. He's only just saturated the base he's taken. Like, Drogo, he's doing well, don't get me wrong, but TLO's the one winning the money game.
Yeah.
And not just because he's on Team Liquid. I like the Corruptors looking around. TLO's done some pretty cool Corruptor snipes, where he's just caustic spray bases, but... Oh, Lord. Oh, wow. Lordy.
Wow.
Yikes. That's a yikes from me, dog.
Yep. I think the mothership is moving out, but doesn't really have a lot to cloak. Almost gets taken out by the Corruptor.
Whoa, how did you not... What? How did he not get saved with everybody else? Okay, well, the recall grabs 99% of the army, keeping a good chunk of it alive. TLO, though, going back to that money speech for a moment, though, he's like losing the resources last game, but he can afford to. That's the beauty of what he's done. He's got money to lose, he's got money to burn. These fights aren't going well for him, but they don't have to.
They don't, right?
Oh, it kills the mothership.
You look at the units lost, and it's now starting to really even up as Drogo is in a bit of a trouble.
Lurkers once again being a bit of an issue. Not because there's no detection, but there's just so much damage coming out of them.
Yeah, and this base is probably going to die. The Stalkers are trying to take out their last of the anti-air that TLO has, so that the Tempest and the Carrier alone can take out this ridiculous army that TLO is on the doorstep of Drogo with.
Dude, nothing warms my heart more than when I see people use the ba-dun-dun-sh emote after we make bad jokes. I love it.
Like, they really, they can't get mad at it. Like, it's
like
there
if you just
for
look
to
at
use.
chat, there's no context to it. It makes no sense. All right.
Is this this derpy looking guy?
Zerg anti-air can sometimes be a problem. We're not quite in unbeatable numbers yet, and one of the other weird aspects of this is Drogo doesn't necessarily have the damage to beat TLO into submission. But TLO fighting one pathway, not splitting, not going around the carriers, not being able to shoot up. This doesn't bode well.
No, and the more time that goes by, if TLO... Well, he's actually taking a lot of different bases, right? So, what is his income now? Is it actually still in that... Oh my god! Okay, don't even look at that graph, Rifkin, but...
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty spicy meatball here. It's painting the town red.
Holy crap.
More drops. Okay, so mass drops are for me something more like Nurchio's style. I'm sure TLO can pull it off, but the beauty in this really is just getting over these cliffs, getting through the terrain, not fighting that army head on. So here we go.
Where is he gonna go with it? Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, just try to get there.
Yeah, I mean, shut down the base. Why the hell not? It's hard to respond to this. If Drogo goes all the way north and TLO can go south and kill another base down here, that's exactly what he's splitting up ready to do. He will try his best to kill whichever base Drogo does not respond to. Yeah.
And he's going to go right to the bottom, as you say. And it's not only just Hydra or just Lurker. He's actually adding a few Hydras just so that it is something that he needs to kill that is in the air. He would be able to, but the Lurkers are what's going to be doing the majority of the damage. And now Drogo has to make a decision, and he's going to the bottom left. TLO has vision, though.
Yeah, he's not getting baited. This is really good out of Drogo. If he had responded too much on one side, he would have lost the other. He might actually salvage both bases in this case. He loses 9 probes, and that doesn't feel good, but TLO goes for it. He says, I gotta make this worthwhile, but he's not gonna be able to. Not with the carriers here. Not with storms right on the horizon. So he pulls back.
Oh, it loses 10 drones, or rather 10 probes. This Hydra was trying to at least deal with one interceptor that was there. The carriers are running out of interceptors here because Drogo's getting broke. He's going broke, rather.
It's not really about the carriers, though. They're kind of... They look cool, they're flashy, but it's these storms that are so deadly. And there's like 4 or 5 storms ready to go. Got a split. Dives in for the Templar, loses another one. 2 of them gone, but there's still more storms where that came from. Corruptors coming in for the carriers. Looks like one goes down, another one gonna go down. Carriers, like I said, not that strong, not that scary. It's about those storms. With the storms gone, TLO pushes in. He's really starting to overwhelm. And Drogo's out of army to fight with.
Yeah, this is gonna be it, I think.
Oh, I don't think this can cut it. If this was just Hydras, they might be able to. A Broodlord's coming on deck. Oh, this is looking bad. He's going to caustic spray that Nexus 2, forcing the Stalkers to shoot the Corruptors. They can't go hunt those Broodlords. And once those Broodlords come in, well, it's actually going to cancel.
Or not.
Focus down another carrier. So sick. TLO, so good.
He's going to do it. TLO taking out the Tempest on the top side. There's even a Lurker here with no detection.
Dude, it is TLO. Oh, damn.
I love it. Making the game so interesting, so fun, so creative. Hashtag it.
You know what the thing is, though? When we come down to it, both players playing a fantastic macro game. We've just seen so many short games today. I love what's happened here for both, but Drogo was so close to getting to that unbreakable army. Mothership got picked off early. No cloak for these Templar. Templar in turn die, and he can't overpower TLO. Now he's stuck with an army that is really just a misfit army. It's a carrier, it's a Tempest, it's a handful of gateway units.
I mean, they're doing a damn good job, right? Like, the fact that Drogo's been holding on for so long. TLO can't do the killing blow, but the real killing blow is just the fact that he's taking the map, right? It's like, eventually
back to the income graph. He's doing well, but this is the catch.
This is like first world problems, you know, just, I just can't seem to kill my opponent. But I'm making so much money. It doesn't even matter. He's making it rain. Drogo's trying to make it storm. But TLO, I mean, at the end of it.
This is kind of a nice way to get back in. Some DTs doing some damage, but not nearly enough. Corruptor is looking to finish off that Nexus from earlier. Oh, Caustic Spray does not do much damage at first, but it ramps up quick. And a base snipe for TLO.
Really sick. And TLO moving on back. What does he have at home to try to fight this last...
Whatever he wants, because he can afford it.
Yep. But I think he just needs to, yeah, he's alright. Once the Lurkers meet back up here, he's in no rush to engage Drogo right now, right? Like, he just says, okay, you come to me and, we'll dance.
Blinks into the Hydra's not what you want to have had happen.
No,
really overeager. There's a lot of storms, but I don't think there's enough. We got the TLO 180, 360, 520, 420 blazing surround, and this army is falling apart. Trying to recall, trying to group for recall, maybe? No, not gonna work. Teleport coming out of the south side. Some zealots too, but this is too much tempo.
This is too much, Zerg. Yeah, too much tempo from TLO. He's been very, very rapid rate. And you know what, though? Drogo has been doing such a good job with just doing the engagements, the storms, but once the storms run out, he has to run out too, and he loses everything here.
He can't afford the space going down for the third time.
+3.
GG.
GG.
Good game. Good bloody series. 2-0 though for TLO, as he will knock Drogo out of the tournament. Drogo's completely done with DreamHack. Feels bad, man. I'm sure there's a chair being thrown somewhere, but TLO will go on to the finals of the group, where he has one last chance to make it through, where he will play I gotta refresh the page. He'll play the winner of a laser in True, and he did lose to a laser 2-1 earlier.
Okay. It hasn't been updated yet, so I think they might still be playing. They started around the same time we did, or a little bit after we did.
Ish.
Yeah, probably, I don't know. But,
well,
yeah.
We're gonna go to break. We're gonna find out. We're gonna go to break, and we're gonna go find out what we're trying to get our hands on next. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. We got at least bare minimum one best of 3 remaining, but hopefully, maybe we can grab another couple or half or something. So, sit tight. We'll be back with more. Also, our sub goal decreased. 1,009 out of 1,010, guys. One more sub's all we need. One more sub to go. We'll see you guys.
Come on, I know one of you in there, right? There's so many. One of you can do it. Be that guy or gal.